Hi guys, welcome to my 14-week bump date. This week I've been feeling pretty good. My energy levels kind of been picking back up. Last Friday I mentioned about having a consult with the maternal fetal medicine doctor, which is my high-risk doctor. And we kind of talked and discussed everything. He told me he looked over blood work from the hospital when I was in the hospital with Isabella. He looked at blood work the doctor ordered throughout my visits, and as well as the autopsy report. And one thing that stood out for him, he said he read the thing up, down, left, and right. And one thing out of the whole autopsy report and blood work that stood out was that the placenta was pretty small for 34-week gestation, as well as Isabella was pretty small. He did mention to me if the doctor ever told me that she was too small or the placenta was too small, and I mentioned that I was not aware of anything. She didn't mention anything to me. I had just seen the doctor probably like a week before everything that had happened, because I was due for my weekly visit that week on Thursday. So that being said, with the placenta being small, he did order some more blood work that he wants to do. So besides all that blood work I got, I'm now going to have to do some more blood work. And I'm going to be given four tests. And if any one of those 4 blood tests come back, if any one of those 4 blood tests come back positive, I will have to be put on blood thinners. So Lovenox is one that he mentioned, and there's another one that I'm not sure off the top of my head. But if any one of those comes out, I will have to be put on blood thinner. And if they're all negative, then I can stop taking my baby aspirin. But he did say he would suggest I stay on it, because since, I did have the loss with Isabella, I'm at risk for preeclampsia, placenta eruption, and of course I do run a lower risk of another loss. But my percentage, he told me my percentage for a healthy baby this pregnancy would be 94%. That he's 94% sure that I'll have a healthy baby this time around. And he told me that's why he's running every test he possibly can to try to test me for everything besides stuff that he's doing now. He just wants to make sure he has all the boxes in his book checked, that everything's fine with me. So once we get those once I get that blood work done, which will probably be this Thursday, I have a doctor's appointment with my OB on Thursday, and so she'll be discussing kind of what we talked about with the FMM on Friday. She'll be discussing that and give me some paperwork that we discussed, like kind of a printout of what happened that day, and I'm sure she'll do another sonogram. And I have some questions I do want to ask her that I've thought about now or afterwards. But he also did say that I could deliver at 37 weeks. I guess he did say, a lot of moms always just are scared and want to just get the baby out. And I do want to get the baby out, and make sure baby's fine. But one thing with that, if I do deliver at 34 weeks, I will have to have an amniocentesis, which I don't want to have. So I will be given non-stress test. I believe starting at 30 weeks, I'll be seeing the doctor every week, and I'll be given non-stress test as well as ultrasound. So I'll be doing that at 30 weeks. And so if I choose to deliver at 37 weeks, I have to get an amniocentesis. If not, then he wants me to go to 39 weeks. And that's, of course, given if the baby doesn't come before then. The reason for the amniocentesis at 37 weeks is just to test the baby's lungs, see if they're developed. And so if I choose to go with that option, we will. And I still don't know what we're going to do. I still want to talk to the doctor. Me and Ryan still need to talk more about it. But I'm sure once it gets closer to that time, we'll discuss it more. He does want to do 39 weeks if possible, and so 39 weeks would be an option. So either I get induced or whichever comes first, if baby wants to come, whatever. So we'll see about that once that gets further along. And he also did tell me He wants me to start doing kick counts at 28 weeks, I believe. I think I'm right. I'm not sure, but I want to say it's 28 weeks. And one thing that I did mention to him was that I wasn't told to do kick counts with Isabella. And he said, you know, you're supposed to have 10 strong kicks or movements within 2 hours. And I did mention to him, thinking back, that Isabella didn't really move too much. If I were to think back, she did not move 10 times within 2 hours. It was maybe here and there, you know, within 4 hours or something. It wasn't even 2 hours. And so that was one thing he said, that was a sign, you know, that something was going on. And no one had ever told me anything. The doctor wasn't concerned. This whole pregnancy was a healthy pregnancy. So going forward now, he's trying to get me everything he can to make sure everything's good. So that was my consult on Friday. This Thursday, like I said, I have my OB appointment, and it'll just be something quick, hopefully. And of course, I'll probably be giving 4 vials of blood. So other than that, I've been craving-wise, I've been craving anything salty and sweet. I haven't actually been a big fan of pickles, but when we went to HEB, I wanted sour pickles, so we got sour pickles. Ryan wanted sour pickles as well, and I ended up eating them. Not all of them, but I ended up eating them. And weight, I actually gained 1 pound, so it's a lot of weight I've gained. So before we leave, I want to show you my bump, and it might look a little bit smaller or bigger from the last time, but I did tell Ryan the last time we did it at night, recorded the video at night, so I was probably pretty bloated. So hopefully I'm not as big, and I'm actually the size that I am in the morning. So we'll show you my bump before I leave. So here's the front. Side. Other side. And I think I look a little bit smaller than what I did last week. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share this video. And if you haven't checked out our blog, go ahead and check the blog out and let us know what you think. And hopefully I'll be sharing some more videos. I want to get Isabella's story up soon. I typed it on the blog, so I want to actually sit here and talk about it and maybe share some pictures of everything we have and some items that we cherish every day. See you guys next week for my 15-week bump date. Have a good week, guys.